Welcome to Share Robotics. Thanks for dropping by. For everybody on site and everybody actually connecting in from Zoom and YouTube, thank you very much for coming in here. So today we're going to spend about 30 minutes trying to understand and try to introduce everything that we're doing to everybody who's here and who's from online. So some information about Share Robotics. So we're a company from Shanghai who started mobile robotics about 9-10 years ago, and have been doing this for quite some time. Some basic information. At the moment, we're based in Shanghai. We're having roughly about 450 people. Over half of them are actually doing R&D, and the other half are in sales and the service department. We're a very R&D centric company. And also we've been serving with a lot of companies, a lot of partners, integration partners, OEMs of robots for quite some time. We've been helping over 2,500 different companies building their AMR business. And we started the globalization journey quite some years ago. Right now, we're also covering 65 countries with our own stuff, as well as our partner network globally. So a couple of information about our products and services. The portfolio of what Share Robotics has been providing is predominantly 4 different areas. The first one would be the controllers. The controllers, as you can see from here, these are also the brains for the AMRs and the autonomous work trucks. Apart from that, we're also supplying other components, everything from the perception solutions like the LiDARs, the 3D cameras, the code readers, RFID encoders, things like that, as well as the energy solution, the wireless charging, these type of basic infrastructures. On top of that, we're also providing standard off-the-shelf robots for integration partners and for some of the end user who is interested in doing their own automation. If you don't want to build it, we give you some ready-to-be-used robots. And the last thing that we've been providing is also the softwares for the workflows, for digital twin, for implementation, the integration into your own on-site softwares, all the soft infrastructure for your workflow and automation. So we provide that too. In terms of verticals, so we find ourselves very comfortable with semicon, also with electronic manufacturing, with lithium battery industries, as well as photovoltaic, auto sector, the textile, medical verticals. We cover pretty much all. As long as you do have intra-logistics requirements, we're the right people to talk to. In terms of the actual products, this is the matrix that we have been providing. In a nutshell, we can start from the bottom. These are the brains, the controllers. We do have entry-level, mid-level, and higher-end products for every different requirements. For different region, we also do provide functional safety certified for Europe and Americas, and for APEX, different products. And we also do provide different other components. Such as the LiDARs, as well as the cameras, as well as chargers and so on. And then on top of that, we're also providing standard off-the-shelf products, everything from the platform style, the pallet trucks, the tow movers. These are the open pallet trucks, as well as stackers, counterbalance, reach trucks, as well as tow handling robots like this ones, or even cleaning robots like this one. Remember, at the end of the day, with all the infrastructure we have, it doesn't matter what type of robots you need. We use the same set of component to build different type of custom robots your every individual application. And then on top of that, the software-wise, we'll be providing the MetaMap is a digital twin dashboard. The RDS is our own fleet manager, which is interoperable. You can connect with multiple different brands and multiple different OEMs. Also, the Quick Go, the M4 series is basically a WMS plus a fleet manager, plus digital twin. So it's an all-in-one software if you don't have existing software on site. And then with all of those things that we provide, they work hand in hand with your existing infrastructure. Doesn't matter if it is WMS or MES or just simply push buttons, IO, things like that. And in terms of the technical details, what we are providing for the customers at the end of the day are actually the layer of the system and middleware and application. We have some people have been asking us, how is it possible that we can actually manufacture thousands of different AMRs in the lifespan of a couple of years? Well, this is the secret sauce. So hardware-wise, we try to disintegrate the hardware from this the software layer. The software that we have built are actually we started from the system layer, from Linux, real-time Linux, and also Windows. And we actually build the middleware, which is the RoboD, is for our individual robots, a RoboKit as well, and the RoboView engine is for upper system engine. And we can deploy them both in x86 and ARM infrastructure. And apart from that, we can also work with RISC-V. We can work with some of the private hardware structures. And then customer-wise, in terms of the engineer or operator interface, we also built a couple of software like RoboShop, which is for the engineers to build the robots and deploy the robots. And for the MWMS and M4, as well as RDS, those are for fleet management and workflow management in terms of traffic, also traffic management as well. So at the end of the day, this is a nutshell how our controllers or how our technical platform is being structured. This is actually a secret sauce which enabled us and all of our partners to be able to mass produce, to mass migrate the technology into multiple different platforms and different form factors. So what are the benefits of our system and our platform, including software and hardware? At the end of the day, put it simply, we can help our customers to bring down, number one, R&D costs. With our platform and softwares, you don't have to spend a dozen or even hundreds of engineers just try to bring an AMR live, do all of the top-up developments. So we help you do that. You get one of our controllers with some off-the-shelf components, you can already build a very complex AMR. And the second thing is the manufacturing cost, because we've been working with all of the mainstream manufacturers, suppliers in the industry, and we have did a lot of work to make them plug and play. If you're not happy with one supplier, you can just swap it to another supplier. If you're having trouble to find parts from one specific model, you can migrate to a different model, all in a plug and play fashion. So that's the second part. The third part would be the implementation. I mean, all the people who have done AMR, they understand 1,000 things that could go wrong. So the way that we've been working it out is that, number one, we try to open up our system as much as possible. You can change the algorithm, you can change the components, you can change the algorithm, everything completely by yourself. You can rewrite the entire workflow, you can rewrite entire scripts totally by yourself. So this is trying to make it possible for customers to be able to quickly troubleshoot and modify by themselves. So who has been using our systems? This, in a nutshell, these are some of the customers which have been working with for quite some time. As you might even imagine, it must take us a lot of years, but that's not the case. Most of the customers we've been working with are actually quite recent. The reason being is because of the total cost bring down that we brought to their engineering team or to their automation team, which really made them to think this is the solution we need to go with. Some of them are from automotives, some of them from semicons, some of them are from textile, some of the other ones are from even aviations. And then one thing they have in common is they're looking for a very versatile, very flexible solution. And that's exactly what we do. This would be a slice of the total library of our robots. We didn't, I don't think we have built every single one of them by themselves. To be honest, most of them are done by our partners, but they have one thing in common, which is our brain. A couple of other things that we're going to talk about in this presentation is what form factor is totally available from our controllers. As you might imagine, this is actually the pallet truck. We built a couple of examples right here in the show. These one are handling the US type pallets with closed bottom. You can also actually build that by yourself. Or if you don't feel comfortable doing that in a very short period of time, you can definitely approach us and try to, we'll be happy to help you with that. This is actually also the closed pallets pallet truck. This unique solution, they can actually lift up their pallet and actually drive inside of a US style palace because it doesn't have a wheel, so there's no bumping, there's no ramp crossing problems that a normal pallet truck might have. And these are for Europe style pallets. And then everything on the other side, from the right and also on the bottom, will be the stacker, different type of stackers. It doesn't matter what type of payload you might need. It doesn't matter what type of height you might need. At the end of the day, the way to build for us is about the same. You can actually build different type form factors and specification with the same set of software, same set of hardware that we provide. And then on top of that, obviously the platform style. This would be for many companies. This is the kind of job that they can get it done in a couple of days, if not a couple of weeks, as long as they have plenty of engineers, electrical and mechanical engineers. You can definitely build AMRs already by yourself. And then perhaps a couple of words of some of the products we've been demoing on the booth. The first one that we want to present to you would be the pallet truck. This is a 2,200 pounds max payload pallet truck with capability to do pivot turns. So what makes it unique is definitely the requirements for aisle. As you might have imagined, compared to with the traditional platform style AMRs, which might need you to actually build a pallet stand. This one does not need that at all. Those telescopic forks can actually reach out and retract in. This is what makes it possible for customers to do, especially for those companies who are actually running ground pallet movements. Well, you can see it now. Right now, what he's doing is he's trying to do a pallet recognition. There's actually a 3D camera right here, which is running our cutting edge million picture trained AI model to recognize these pallets. And then the telescopic forks will reach out and try to get a pallet. And the unit drives in and then put the pallet, rest the pallet on its back, and then it can take it out to anywhere you want. This one also do pivot turns. So you can run this pallet runner within the aisle, say 4 or 5 feet, which compared to a forklift, which is less than half of that. So this one is, if you're interested, definitely talk to our folks on the booth and try to get a feel. If you're interested, schedule a demo with our engineers or our account managers in your facility or outside facility, or you can also visit us in our facility in Atlanta. Some of the other robots which we think needs your attention is the forklifts. Well, On the far side, as you can see, this is a reach style fork truck. Well, it is taking a pallet from one of our rack right now. This robot can carry up to 3,000 pounds of payload. It goes up to maximum 3 meters. In feet, that'll be roughly about 10 feet, a little shy of 10 feet. It travels with maximum speed of 1.5 meters per second, which is roughly 4 or 5 feet per second. It's also equipped with pallet recognition algorithms. If you actually lose close enough, there's also a pallet recognition camera right behind this pallet. This one, in our experience, it's perfect for those companies who is working with palletizers. Imagine if you're having a palletizer, having the stretch wrappers, you wouldn't need to take the pallets away or to feed into a roller conveyor or a fixed stand. This one goes up to 4.5G, which is perfect for that. Even after you're done with the palletization, you can take that pallet away from the palletizer and put it right into the rack. Or if you prefer, put it into another roller conveyor. This is from how we look at it, it's a great product for exactly that kind of applications. Some of the other things that which is worth mentioning is this one requires very narrow aisle as well. The model name here in Sear is SSR, which is Sear Slim Reach. Well, why do we call it slim? Because this one, when it's making a turn, when you're actually putting it into operation in a warehouse, it can actually make a 90-degree turn with a pallet on its back within 7 feet or so. So this is also roughly about 30% space saving compared to a counterbalance forklift. For those warehouse managers, for those manufacturing space managers who have been squeezed by the space, this is a great solution for that. And also taking into consideration, this product actually handles US type pallets, Canadian type pallets, European style pallets, or even cages, material cages, racks. As long as it has an open bottom, there's a bottom underneath, this product can take it. Now, if you're looking for more information, talk to our engineers and account managers for that. And over here, this is a, well, this has been a veteran. This form factor is a form factor that we have been working on actually for years. This one, compared to the other ones, something unique about this one is definitely compactness. This one does a pivot turns. You can actually have this robot to take boxes, smaller pallets, shelves, racks. So every time when this one is traveling, this is operating like an AMR. It actually go around objects. When it's actually coming in, it also scans the legs of a rack, of a shelf. If you're putting a table on its back, it recognizes actually those table legs as well. So if you're having a carrier displaced, it's not going to be a problem because it's going to have its LiDAR scan the legs and reapproach the leg every single time. For warehouses and manufacturing spaces where operator does not place the carrier in the right time, this is a perfect solution. This one is also the smallest robot on the show, but so far it's a product that we have been deploying. I think close to a couple of thousand already. Talk to our engineers if you're interested on that one. He actually has a lot of cousins. Platform from 300 kilos, 600 pounds, all the way to 1.5 ton, roughly 3,300 pounds max payload capacity. If you're not happy about the size, if you're not happy about the payload, if you're not happy about the lifting heights, all of this is customizable. Just make sure you talk to our partners or talk to our engineers. We have made, just on this specific type, We actually have made over 800 different variations of this model. Last but not least, I think for those from the auto sector, from electronic manufacturing, here is a robot which you might be interested in. This one, as you can see, what he's doing is he's actually dropping down a dolly. The dolly, very often you find them in Bosch, in Magna, in Volkswagen, in Foxconn. Very often they'll be placing probably 2 or 3, even 4 or 5 totes on top of this little dolly. They might come in different size and different color, but at the end of the day, it's a tote mover. So this robot was built exactly for that. We call it the one fork. This little fork, what they do is they'll be approaching the dolly. There is a 3D camera right in the back. He's trying to pick up the shape of the dolly every single time for a perfect pickup. So same as the other ones, if you have a imperfect placement, he's still going to be able to find this. Something unique about this one is also initially we started deploying these robots in Asia. But right now we're trying to mass produce and copy paste in Americas as well as in Europe. Because this one, looking from the front, this one, there's actually a yellow color. What is happening is this one we actually built according to the national functional safety standard, the ISO 3691-4 standard. So for companies who are running in Europe and in America, especially from the automotive sectors and those medical sectors and electronic manufacturing sectors, this will be the perfect product for that. Or if you prefer, we can also extend this fork view to make them actually longer and wider for you to pick up metal shelves, metal racks as well, with especially those with low ground clearance. Okay. 我们应该做 demo 了，出去吧。And then after this sector, we've been asked by some of our partners to actually do a little bit of a demo later on for the quick go. So if somebody can actually help me to set it up. Before that, we're going to go through some of the software solution that we have. So the RDS is our fleet manager. So this one, as you can imagine, is actually the centralized brain, usually deployed in a server, which is actually managing all of our robots. Everything from the tote moving robots, as well as the lift handling robots. So what does it do is fleet management of the actual robots. As you can see here, this is the map. This is the map of every single storage location, the action point, the charging area, as well as the parking area. Every robot would be following this map. There's also the status of every robot. Right now we have 4, so they are actually here. Workstation lists. It also manages. Yeah, this is actually the dashboard for every different robot. There's also task management. You can see the task here. Well, these are the tasks which is available for test. Also over here, a very unique feature that we have is the wind task. Well, what the wind task it is, if you're not comfortable building complex workflow by yourself, you can do it in a fashion of drag and drop. So over here, this is the page exactly for that. So, an inexperienced engineer, an operator who doesn't have a complex understanding of AMR, they can drag and drop this task by themselves. You want to do a pickup, just drag the block for the pickup. If you want to do a drop off, just drag the block for the drop off. Things like that. There's also other software that an operator might need. This is a visualization software that we've been deploying in many of our projects. You can ask us here for different info as well. Imagine you have a big factory floor and you have different people interacting with the robots. You have big maintenance team. It really comes handy if you have a centralized control room. You can actually put a big screen over here to monitor each robot status and every task status. At the end of the day, you get a summary of almost everything. And this is exactly software for that. And already over here, the other thing that we want to talk about is M4. The M4 is actually a centralized software which is combining fleet management, the robot management, as well as a warehouse management. And one part of that is a little single vehicle operation that we have been deploying for quite some time. It's great for warehouses which not ready to do full automation yet. You can actually still have some control over the robots. So what we're gonna run is we're gonna run a little test on this little robot, the total mover. So what you're going to see, what we're gonna have the engineers to demo is we're gonna have the engineer to demo the move around feature as well as the mission creation feature of this robot. So on the page, let's go back to the home. Yeah, over here, as you can see, you can actually move around the robots by pressing, this button. You can actually do a remote control, left and right. Yeah. You see the robot moving totally by your mobile phone or your laptop or your iPad or your Samsung pad, whatever it is. So imagine you're having a new pair of pallets in place, or you have some new toes in here. It's not in the systems. No one have commissioned this area. You can just move the product here and actually have the robot to do a smart pickup. The robot can actually recognize this dolly and then pick it up, and you can bring it back to your storage area. And we can actually do a demo of that as well. Okay, perhaps we need to rework on the internet. It's not working the best for us. Okay, our Wi-Fi is up again. So what we're gonna, let's go back. Okay, no, let's go back. Okay, so over this user interface, we can also create a mission, or we call it an order for our robots. So what we do is we actually enter the button for creating order. Yeah, let's do a pickup in one location, and let's do do a drop off in a different location. We actually have a configured location called a stock 1. So we're gonna do a pickup. So as you can see, the robot is coming in here and it's doing a pickup right now. Now he's gonna stop because he needs to pick up the dolly. It's gonna take some time because this dolly is actually a new one we got from yesterday. Okay, now he's trying to do a pickup. You see the movement of the robot because the dolly was imperfect. He's gonna pick it up. 你没有配置放过是吧？ Okay, because we didn't really configure the drop off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna configure the drop off. So as you can see, we choose the we're gonna put it to stock location 4, and we have give it a job of a drop off. So we're gonna send that to the robot right now. Okay, so now the robot is on the move to stock location 4. So the robot is moving right now. And that was a predefined location 4. So usually what happens in an actual application is, especially if you're having pallets, you're going to go with a different robot. Because this application works not just with this robot, it works with all different robots. Everything you're seeing right here, we can deploy that software into every one of them, including the forklifts. So a typical application you might have imagined is having a fresh pack of pallets being unloaded from the truck, perhaps say 20 of them being placed in the inbound area, but that area perhaps sometimes unfortunately was not taking the consideration of automation. So no one knows, the robot does not know there's going to be pallets. So what you can do is you can move those pallets using a manual handle by yourself and move them to that specific dock. And once it is in there, try to move the robot in front of the pallets. And then you can actually already configure pickup mission and drop-off mission. So the robot is going to go find that pallets, and then you can send it to anywhere you want. It's great for warehouses which is not ready to do full automation, or sometimes you're having a peak season, a lot of automation, even full automation cannot handle all the demands. You can have this type of semi-automated, or let's say 90% automated process to handle all of your flows. If you're interested for details, remember to reach out to our engineers, to our account manager for information exactly like that. Well, again, that's pretty much everything. Thanks for your time. If you're interested to find more about the software, about the controllers, about robots, make sure to leave me your message in the Zoom or YouTube. We're going to reach out. If you're actually on site, make sure you actually talk to our engineers. They're actually mocking everything that you're saying, and then we're going to reach out after the show. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.